Hello and welcome! Welcome to Drakenmemoria. For those of you wondering what this is, well, it's Dungeons and Dragons, or more specifically, a group of people playing Dungeons and Dragons. So, if this is not something you want to watch tonight, well, depending on where you're watching this from, you have suggestion either to the right or to the left of your screen. Pick one. Because we're not changing our schedule. For everyone else who actually wants to be here, who think it's fun to be here, who just enjoyed these Dungeons and Dragons, and no matter who plays it, it's fun for them. Or maybe just because you like one of us. Who knows? Welcome, it's a pleasure to have you with us. If you're new, welcome. If you're new, coming back from a previous session, welcome back. And that's about as far as publicity goes. If you're enjoying the rain in the background, ambient mixer! Yay! Oh. Are you afraid you're gonna die in the fight?
Yes.
You always save it for a fight episode.
Well, alright. I might give you a disadvantage on an attack at one point.
Oh no. Oh, against me.
Yes, against you. But in the column of good news, I've finally got enough of banging my head on walls to figure out how to put alarms. So I found a tutorial on YouTube, and hopefully, unless something goes horribly wrong during the week, which sometimes happens in my life, next week we will have some sort of alarm when someone follows, subscribes, donate, cheers. Might not be pretty, might just be your name appearing on the screen, but we'll have something. And yeah. The ambiance, the rain, ambient mixer. There is information below. And if you're from our friend from Ikigai, welcome. It's a pleasure to have you with us. I think that's about everything I could say for tonight. Unless someone has something to say? No?
You hear the people singing the song of angry men. It is the music of a people who will not be slaves again when the...
I feel like there should have been some music in the background for that. Alright.
Let's go deer hunting.
Well, in this case, the deer can hunt you, so... Although, did have a group once who got nearly wiped out by 2 stags. So, you never know. They decide to go hunting, and one of them came back on a stretcher. Moral roll. It was always fun in previous edition. If a creature attacked, you rolled a moral check. If you succeeded, they would attack. If they failed, they would try to run away. The moral for a stag is pretty low, so usually they always just run away. But they succeeded! And so, 2 warriors got their ass kicked by 2 stags.
I will note that super dumb, but that word we say morale.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
You're right, morale.
that makes more sense.
English is dumb.
Oh,
I
God.
think we might have borrowed that particular word, but
We borrowed a lot of words.
Well, the last time I checked, nearly every word that is spelled identical in French and English, if they appeared in the English dictionary before the, I believe it's 18th century, it's usually been copied from French. After the 18th century, it's been usually copied from English to French. So, last episode. Yeah, that's right. The party has a name now. The Time Knights, as our party insists on being called, went back on the road to finish their last quest and their quest log. That quest was to learn what is hunting the livestock of a small village near the mountains and solve the problem. Along the way, the party finally started to show some signs of lowering their guards around one another as they started to talk pretty candidly about a variety of things.
Very incriminating things.
Incriminating things, personal opinion, a few plans for what was coming, and a few awkward questions. Fortunately, the group arrived at their destination before the awkward questions needed to be answered. So once they placed themselves in, well, no, they didn't even have time to get comfortable in the inn. So once they learned what was around, they chose one of their plan, debated more on it because there were some morality stuff problem with it. And eventually they decided to go to the field and try to make an ambush for whatever was attacking the livestock. Tobiyashi, with the impression that peritons were bird women, was eagerly waiting for this attack as he was seeing, well, he was having fantasies of bird women trying to abduct him and Fisher's trap being eater tentacles. Well, the reality of it was completely different, as the trap was strings of energy and the peritons were in fact large birds with the head of stags, only their shadow was that of humanoid. But hey, there are spells to interact with shadows, so you could try and capture one and have a shadow slave.
How about we don't do that?
Is it considered slavery if you're enslaving shadows of people, but not the people themselves?
I mean, there actually is a magic item that lets you sniff a shadow from a creature.
So, before we dig ourselves deeper in this odd grave, just as the episode was about to end, action found the party, and that's where we were, with the trap of our party springing into action and them needing to make a initiative roll because they're about to be attacked by creatures. And here we go, we now have an actual battlefield. Yes, during the week I did make one.
Yeah, look at that.
And for those of you us in chat here, this is the, oh good lord, I hate it when they do that. The image is too big. Discord doesn't like big image.
Oh.
Hold on. That might be very easy to adjust.
We should have tied the sheep up.
Well, they are now tied up.
I could just use entangle on them. I didn't prepare it though. We would have had to rest first and then.
Let's see.
Or like stick a
I
spear in the
think
ground.
3
and
of them
tie
are
to that.
currently tied up.
Even with
in
my
my
net 20
trap.
animal control, they didn't. They managed to run away. They weren't more
What?
scared of me than of the.
They didn't run into the traps until the thing showed up. Like, it doesn't matter if they're in the traps now.
No,
It doesn't
yeah, that's
hurt
true.
them. It literally just holds them there.
And they're sheep.
Mhm.
They're not gonna run very far. I think they're pretty panicked.
Probably.
All right, let's see. Does this image work? No.
You could snip it. You could snip it the image, and it'll make it less like big.
Hey.
You just have to go into like the search bar and then snip and then snip it.
Oh, good lord! That's why it's this big. All right, never mind. It's gonna be more than a few.
We rolling initiative.
Yes, you are rolling initiative.
So while we're rolling, it says that I could extend my silk 10 feet for every monk level, right?
Yes.
So I can make one strand of silk, well, one thing of silk, 50 feet.
Currently, yes.
Okay, just making sure.
All right, so
Jorg got a 5.
Jorg got a 5.
He's trying
I
to
got
control
a-
the sheep.
21.
Audience 21.
I got an 18.
Tilbiashi 18.
I got a 15.
15. Remy?
I only got a 14.
14.
Honestly, I like not going first because I'm scared of not knowing what to do when I on my first turn.
Mm-hmm.
Onak has an 11. And the monsters have. Oh, that much, huh? Okay. And just in case audience decides to leave Magna, what would be her initiative?
Oh, I guess I did not roll for Magna. Magna would be also. Wait, no, she's also plus 6. So Magna's a 9.
Magna's a 9.
But yeah, right now is a 21 with me.
Yeah. And yeah, for those wondering about our poor audience, unfortunately, Sam is not a paladin. And he's stuck with allergies. He's not drunk. Don't worry about it.
Thought he was dying.
Well,
No, that was last.
that's not wrong. Alright, so. Which means, as this round starts, it starts with audience.
Alright. Are there any birds not in the air right now? Or bird people?
It's a bit hard to tell. Well, what is your passive perception?
Not super high. Where's that? Where did I see that? I know I found it before. I want to say it's 11. Because I remember it being 11.
Hold on, I have your character sheet here.
Oh, wait, no, it's 10.
Okay.
That was one too high.
It's a bit hard to tell for you because combat. We need at least a little bit of a combat music and not just rain. Although it is raining. It's a bit hard to tell because it's a very cloudy night. Periton do have a mix of dark and bright color. So right now you can see two of them 10, 20, 30 feet away, caught in the trap Fisher set. From your angle, that's all you can see because you're peeking out the hole from your dimensional space. You can't see the one that's coming from behind.
I guess I will run out on Magna. 5.
I believe they're being held in the air too.
Yeah, they got caught as they were arriving.
So they're 20 feet up right now.
Between 15 and 20, yeah.
Okay. Technically, Magna can jump that high. So I'm gonna go tell Magna, because that's 50, that's 20 feet right up. I'm gonna go tell Magna to pounce at the monster on E8 and try and bring it down with it.
Okay. Fisher, remind me, will your trap try and trap audience as he is running inside of it?
I believe it will. I'm rereading it.
It will, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then,
Yeah.
as he's arriving and trying to reach for that creature, you find yourself entangled in those strings, and
Well, I think I can make a save against it.
that's what I was
Yeah.
going to say. Well, you're saving against Fisher's magic, so Fisher, what
That's
save does
a
audience need to do?
DC 14 dex save.
Alright. Yeah, that's a 22.
Yeah, you're good.
All right.
The area is still difficult terrain, but you don't get
Oh, what
grappled.
that out then? I think we're
I guess it doesn't really matter if you
because
jump.
I reach it there. 5, 10, 15, and then wait, grapple there, so 15, 25, 35. Yeah, Magna can still there. Magna can still jump at the monster.
All right.
Alright. So Magna will use Pounce, which is a claw attack. Actually, let me just pull up Magna's sheet real quick, just so I have. Actually, always have to do this. I should figure out a way to get Magna's sheet in a more accessible location. Because I feel like I have to do this constantly. Magna. Where is this it? Alright, cool. Yes, so it would plus 4 to reach. Do I have to roll an athletics to see if Magna can jump that high?
Is it an ability?
Because it is. It's. I mean, it's
Jump
about
is
20
just-
feet.
I
I
mean-
mean, it has.
Based on strength.
I mean, it has pounce, but it doesn't say in pounce it can actually like jump that high. But technically, as
Okay.
I
Um,
can jump that high, but I assume I have to roll for it.
the way that I do this is if you want to try and jump further than what is stated by the rule, you need to make an athletic roll. If you're trying to jump that distance or less, so long as there are no incredibly hard obstacle in the way, I won't make you roll.
Also, something to keep in mind, jumping is movement, and I believe the entire area is difficult terrain, so I don't actually think Magna can jump that high.
Oh, is the jump considered part of the movement? Because I can get to the square
Yeah, jumping takes move speed.
with 5 feet.
Yeah, so like you're jumping
It
at
does.
difficult
Okay,
terrain.
so I would
essentially.
need to have 20. I need to have 20 feet, or oh no, 20 feet into every foot into the air would be considered difficult. Yeah, I definitely don't have enough to do it on this. Well,
If you want to rethink your
if
move with this new information.
If Magna dashed, she could technically have enough movement to do it. I couldn't make an attack, but she could land on top of the bird and bring it down.
Well, as
I
a
don't know what that
consideration,
would be, though.
because this, as a consideration, because these creatures are already restrained.
Yes.
They're not restrained. Th're just grappled.
Grappled, yes.
Oh,
sorry.
just grappled.
Just-
Well, it doesn't
No,
matter.
it's
regardless,
not
because,
just better web.
Well, what I'm thinking is that unless the spell says otherwise, because this is a homebrew spell,
Mhm.
they should drop to the ground anyway.
The thing is that they're being held where they are by strings of energy wrapping around them and holding them into place.
I think
Okay,
it's that
I would
their
probably
move
put-
speed is 0, but the trap has grappled them in the air. So
Yeah, it's like I
they
would say
would
it's like
fall.
that would be something you might want to add as a line to the spell, because normally when a creature drops to 0 speed, they fall if they're flying and not hovering.
Okay.
As long as anything else isn't holding them up.
All right, so am I trying this maneuver or not trying this maneuver? That's what I'm wondering right now.
I mean, you could jump up there, but you won't. You don't. Magna wouldn't have an action or anything to grab it.
I know.
So what you can
I want
do,
I
what
want
you can
Magna
do-
just to land on top of it.
Yeah, but
That'll
what you
bring
can
it
do
to the
though is
ground.
that if Magna jumps up, then you could possibly take your action
Yeah,
to shove
I
something.
could take my action.
that's gonna be a very heroic attack. With your Magna jumping in the air and then the audience pushing himself
Yeah, let's
from
do it.
Magna and attacking the creature.
Well, I'm not even gonna push myself from Magna. I'm just gonna try and spear it on my way back down. I'm gonna have Magna dash, and as she jumps, I'm gonna try and spear it with an attack with my sword as we go back down. Pin it to the ground with my sword. What do I have to roll for this maneuver?
You want to hit it and bring it down.
I
mean, Hitting it if I leave my sword in it.
I mean,
believe
it's
in
technically possible if you shove
You
it
have-
down
Yeah.
first.
Yeah,
Then-
2 attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so how are you doing this? Magna jumps. That doesn't need anything. The strings
No.
are under her, so technically she's protecting you from the strings as they're moving up. I'd say it's athletic.
Alright. I will roll athletics. Let's go. 16. Is that enough?
I'd say yes. Yeah.
Alright. I guess audience will make his first attack then with his greatsword. And with a 16 to hit. Does that hit?
Yes, it is enough.
Okay. Well, then I will roll. Let's see if I use any spells on top of this. You know what? I'll use a level 1 Divine Smite with that, just to make it a little more heroic.
Put a flash of light also.
Yeah, no. Roll a quick 15 plus 15 plus 8, so 23 damage, and bring this creature down with me to the ground as Magna falls back down.
Alright, technically, can you make 2 attacks with this? You're making 1 attack as you're falling on the other one.
You can either allow me to make another attack once we're on the ground, or you can say my second attack is kind of used as a grappling to pull this down effect.
But as I
already
think we were
grappled.
hinting at before, like he can use one of his 2 attacks to shove a creature
Yeah.
prone.
No, that's what I was thinking right now. Okay, yeah. A reverse shove, pull.
Yeah. So I guess that I will have used both my attacks, but in doing that, I'll have stabbed this creature, like skewered it on my way down with divine energy, and then just pinned it to the ground under my sword.
All right.
Take falling damage.
Make a shove attack.
All right. What is that? Is that just
I believe it's
Athletics.
athletics? All right, another athletics. All right. That's gonna be an 18.
Natural 1.
Let's go.
So not only do you manage to jump up, strike the bird, increasing the energy of this attack, transferring the kinetic energy from this attack into radiant energy from your god. As you hear the bird shrieks in the air, you grab it and pull it down to the ground with you as you're riding down those string of energies. And then you look toward the group and you see Remy picking his jaw up from the ground.
I'll get Magna. I'm like, nice sleep, Magna. Good job.
Alright, so, well, this one is double grappled. I think you can say it's restrained.
This thing right now is skewered on the ground from it is not happy.
No, it's
Also-
shrieking. It's not liking its night.
I do feel important to ask,
Yeah.
do they also take fall damage?
Because they're technically being held up by the energy string and the audience is pulling it down, I'd go with no.
It's like
Just
those
felt like
kids'
asking.
playhouses with a bunch of like straps layered together in a tower, and they fall down and like hit all the straps going down.
Something
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. Alright, so epic beginning. Now let's see who goes next. Ah, yes, an equally epic character who has been doing amazing stuff since the beginning of this campaign. Tobiyashi, you're the second one
yeah.
to go.
My turn. Okay.
From your angle, however, you do see the Periton arriving at P5 because the entrance to the dimensional storage is not wide, so you can actually see the other one coming.
Okay. What I am going to do? How high up in the sky is it? That's my first question.
The one arriving, Magna technically. Alright, so audience, we're gonna put him here because he's under it. Magna is stuck here, and let's update all this stuff. Alright. The one arriving right now has moved closer to the ground, and it feels like he's gonna do a flyby.
Okay. So like how high? Like 10, 15 feet? off
I'd
the
say,
ground?
yeah, 10 feet. About 10 feet.
10 feet. All right. Let's see my movement speed. All Alright, I'm gonna go 20 feet over to him, to where I'm like right under him. And then I am going to use my silk, make it come out the full 50 feet. And I am going to try to wrap it all around him.
Okay, 20 feet will take you right in front of it. Do you want to use 25 to go under it?
Yeah, I'll do 25 just to go under it. And then I want to try to wrap it around it to where like I restrict its wings and stuff.
Well, initially, unless you roll a natural 20, it's only going to be a grapple.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I know.
Well, go ahead.
Alrighty. I roll wisdom, right? Against his strength?
Just check for me. Is your taking out your silk, is it an action or a bonus action?
It is... One second. Checking again. So I was just looking at it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Silk weaving. Against can use its silk to make a grapple attempt by coiling the ribbon around the target. Attempt to further grip. It doesn't say if it's an action or not. Silk Dancer can use its silk to make a grappling attempt by coiling the ribbon around the target. If the target is grappled, the Silk Dancer can attempt to further its grip on the victim by making a second grappling attempt. So it's a grapple.
Okay.
Wait, to make it come out, right?
Silk weaving.
Oh, yeah.
Silk
Yeah.
as an action.
Yeah, as an action, manifest or dismiss. Alright, so...
So what you'd be able to do right now is go under it and then pull everything out. Unless you
Alright,
use...
and then I have another another attack, right? Would that count as an attack? Is grappling an attack, or is it an action?
Yes, it is an attack. What
Alright,
I was
so
going to say, if you want to have a second attack, a second action, you'd have to use...
Action surge?
Exactly.
Alright, yeah, I'll use action surge.
Alright.
And then, and then I'm gonna, try to grapple it now. So it's its strength against my wisdom, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, come on. Ah, yes. 13.
15.
You add your athletics proficiency to that, or is it just a straight wisdom check?
Well, it says it's wisdom since it is a manifestation of my key. Wait, let me see. Let me reread it
That's
again.
for when you're contesting things. Otherwise,
Oh, does this have a save?
no.
it doesn't
What
have
I
a
mean
save.
is, if you're contesting your strength against someone else, that would be their strength against your wisdom. But I believe it says that you're always proficient with your
Yes.
silk.
Oh, yeah. Oh, then yeah. So I'm proficient. So that's my proficiency is 3.
Alright, that solves the problem.
16.
Then in that case, it does work because I rolled 15.
Got
All
it.
right. Thank you. I didn't know that. And then,
Well, it's your
so I just-
silk. Your silk is a physical manifestation of your key, so of course you're
Okay.
proficient with it.
Then I will grapple it with 40 feet of my silk and wrap it all around that bad boy. And then that'll be the end of my turn.
Well, it's an
Grapple.
action surge. That was a grapple. You're
Oh, and then I
level
can
5.
attack. Yeah,
yes, you
duh.
still have an attack.
Okay.
And you could use
Duh.
your key point to do flurry of blows.
That is true.
Oh, does it? Actually, now I'm thinking about it. Does it now fall to the ground?
It would, since it's 6 seconds. It's probably not right now. There's this moment of
Oh no!
Oh.
When anything drops to 0 speed, they just fall.
it's gravity. They're gonna fall on their turn.
Okay. And then after that, I will. I could just use my meteor hammer, right? Well, no, I could use Fury of Blows. I'll use Fury of Blows.
Well, so you
Gives me more
have
hits.
They never
you have
stated.
one regular attack left,
Yes.
and then you have your bonus action.
Yeah.
So if you want, you could
Oh,
use
yeah.
your meteor hammer
Okay.
for one attack, and then
Meteor hammer.
flurry with your.
That is an unnatural 20 with the meteor hammer.
That is enough to hit.
And I could make it fall closer to the ground on my turn. But, that will be... Wait, it's a D6, right? Oh, shit. I forgot. Let me reroll that. Okay, nothing better. It's a 10. 10 points of damage, and then I will use Fury of Blows. That's 2
Okay.
hits, right? After you take an action, turn use unarmed strike. Okay. The first one is a 21 to hit,
That is enough.
and then the second one is a 12.
That is not enough.
Okay. And then the damage is 6, and that's it.
Alright.
Oh, and then I'm gonna... No, never mind. Wait, no. Should I? Yeah, I'll hit it 5 feet towards the ground with the meteor hammer hit. Crusher critical. Or no, Crusher special
Okay.
from my feet.
Okay, well, in that case, all of this happens all at once, and this version of Dungeon and Dragon doesn't talk about which kind of creature can fly, can stay stationary when they're flying.
Yeah, it does.
Yep.
Any creature with a hover can stay in the air. Anything that can't hover falls.
Okay.
So if it doesn't have like
Okay.
hover next to its stat block, then it just has regular flying.
Yeah. All right. A lot of birds can actually fly stationary, but all right, if it's how they rule it on this one, then in that case, as all of your attacks unfurl on the creature, it not only takes damage, but you manage to slam it to the ground with a mix of it slowly falling as it's trying to glide down because now it's been grappled. You finish its fall to the ground with your crusher feet.
Let's go. And then that will be the end of my turn.
Okay. Yeah, it's in the past there used to be rules for stationary flying. I guess
Here's
this one
the
doesn't.
PHB part.
Hold
And then the hover thing.
on.
Stat blocks will have. Will say it can hover if.
See, that's what I meant. Even if our creature's speed was reduced to 0, in past edition, the creature could still glide down unless the wings were injured or it
Glide
was
is an actual
below.
feature in 5e that very few creatures get.
In past edition, so long as the creature had, I believe it was more than 25% of its hit point, it could still glide to the ground. That's the rule. that I
Welcome
was,
to 5th edition.
where everything has been simplified.
Get rid of half of the rules.
Getting rid of half of the rules.
You mean making the game a bit simpler?
Yeah, that one.
That's one way of calling it. All right. Initiative. Tobiyashi has just done everything he could. which means now we go to the player who hasn't done anything really special since last month and a half. It's not like they nearly killed a Hydra with a single attack. Fisher, it's your turn with a 15.
It wasn't one attack, it was the whole turn.
You did
yeah,
more than
so-
100 points of damage in a single turn.
I'm going to rush out the entrance,
Oh, yeah.
stop, turn around, take off my backpack, gently set it down inside.
Okay.
And then I'm going to. I'll move to H9.
Fisher, H9. Yeah.
And if I got this right, the one Toby's with is now prone on the ground,
Yes.
and the one Audience is with, is that one prone?
Yes.
All right, so just the one at D10 is the only one that's still.
Being held.
In the air.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I will use my action to shoot a firebolt at it,
Okay.
and then war magic bonus action huck a javelin at it.
The advantages of being a Eldritch Knight are finally arriving.
Bigger surprise, I might have just hit with a spell attack.
Good lord.
That is a 19 to hit.
That is enough.
Dang.
Hey, I've never, never
Can
do
we get
that.
an applause here?
I think that might be the first one of the campaign.
Well, it's definitely in
I
the
think-
single digit.
Yeah.
Might be the second time.
Alright, so that's 13 fire damage. And then Yucca Javelin. That'll hit. What do I have to? Yeah, 24 to hit
That is enough.
for. What's a D6? Ooh. 6 damage.
All right. All successful. Doesn't seem to be reacting in a way that would suggest that they have. Where is it? Here. Any sort of resistance to what you're doing. So everything is going well. Well, except the fact that there are monsters trying to kill you, but still.
Sweet.
Anything else?
No, that's it. Oh, here's a. How dark is it?
It's most likely around 11 p.m.
Can we see?
Well, since you've been waiting here for quite a while, I was taking for granted that one of you was at least keeping something that made some light.
Alright.
Because
Remy.
I mean, you wouldn't have simply.
Remy was
As I
hiding.
said,
I was hiding. George.
Yeah,
You
we
got-
probably set up torches because it's not like we'd just be standing out here with a flock of sheep for no reason.
Well, it is
Like,
raining.
before
Yeah, this is the
everybody,
rendezvous.
before everybody panics, as I said last session, like Raimi, in order to make sure that there is plenty of light, but also resistance, just keeps putting light into his lantern, and then
Okay.
taking out, putting it back in.
I just need
So there
glasses
is-
of dark.
There is probably his lantern. In fact, the lantern's probably next to Olmec.
Hanging
Okay.
on one of his branch.
Cool. We're good. Yeah, that's my turn. I'm done.
All right. So that was 15. We go to Remy with 14.
Oh boy.
There's screaming everywhere, screeching everywhere. Birds are being defeathered everywhere. There's string of energy in the air. There are sheep being held in place by energy strings. There's audience being absolutely epic. What is Remy doing?
I just leave hurricaned an animal.
Yeah, but Remy isn't watching
Well.
you.
I know, nobody saw, it's fine.
Well, considering that that I think 2 of the potential targets are in one fashion or another prone, I kind of have to go for the one that isn't.
Okay.
So I think like Raimi will move to he'll move to L11, essentially coming out of his little bush that he made.
Okay.
Snake style.
And just fire at the. Oh,
The
I
sheep.
probably should ask. Does this count as me being hidden? Because I don't actually think I rolled a stealth last session.
Okay.
You are behind Odin.
I believe we were using your passive stealth because you've remained hidden behind Orunak for hours. So what would have been your passive stealth? That would be how well you're hidden right now.
That would be 20.
For
Okay.
passive stealth. Holy shit.
That's called being light-footed. So yeah.
Alright, just making sure, because otherwise this would be a sad roll as I make with my it guess it would have to be my short bow. They're too far away and I can't get closer. That is gonna only be 17 to hit,
That is enough.
even with advantage. God. Did I not hear?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you hit.
It's enough.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you. I didn't hear words. So I was like, wait, did I cut out? Is my internet dead?
Yeah, you're good.
All right. Now just remember that I'm using the short bow right now, so that means I need to roll a d6 and not a d4. Okay. So then. Okay, save that number. 3, 7, 11, 15, 21, 23 piercing.
Okay. Well, the bird being held and suspended in the air by the string lets out a high-pitched shriek as this arrow really hurts. It's not dead, but he's really hurt.
And then I think Raimi is going to go back to L10 and then bonus action hide inside his minor illusion bush.
Oh goodness, it's Solid Snake Crate.
That'll be 27 on the stealth as Raimi ends his turn.
Okay. You magically disappeared behind your rock, hidden behind Orunak. Oh, goodness. Okay, so that was Remy. Oh, good. Okay, now it's Ognak. Well, Ognak watching this doesn't have a whole lot of attack spells right now, and not a movement either. So let's go with a good old-fashioned moonbeam on the one that is the weakest. Okay. So a moonbeam appears. Well, it's just 5 feet radius. So it's like this. A moonbeam appears on top of poor little creature that just took a pelting with its arrow, with Remy's arrow. And, well, we'll see the result on the creature's turn. And Magna is already doing something, which means it's the enemies! Yay!
Ooh!
Did it.
It's their turn! They actually get to do something. Okay, so since 2 of them actually have no, well, very few choices on what they're gonna do, well, they're gonna attack whomever is attacking them. So, Tobiyashi, you're being gored and taloned by this Periton, shrieking, angry at you. And he doesn't even have the shadow of a woman. This one has the shadow of a male. So, all right. First attack is 15. Second attack is 18.
That is my armor class.
So second attack, that is the talons. Seven points of piercing damage as this one is trying to pull you apart.
Okay.
Audience, the other one, well, severely surrounded, held in place twice, one by a sword inside of one part of his body, strings everywhere. He's just gonna attack you. It's easier.
So is it prone right now? Or is it trying to get up?
This one would be... You
If it's
tried to
grappled
put it
and
prone,
prone,
so yeah, it would be prone.
If it's grappled and prone, it would attack on me with disadvantage, I believe. Unless it's trying to do something first.
Okay. The first attack is a really good one, just not a critical attack because of the disadvantage. It's 19. The second one is, of course, a miss because it's 7. I think audience is frozen.
A 19 hits audience.
Okay. Let's.
By the way, I missed all of that because my Skype died for a second.
Okay.
So I have no idea what it did.
You got hit with a 19 on one of the attacks. but that's it.
Okay. With the disadvantage?
Yeah, the other one
Yep.
was a 7. The other attack was a 7. So, which
Disadvantage made it so you didn't get crit.
so it's 11 points of piercing damage, as this one is trying to gore you.
I can take 7.
The last one, well, it's alone, isolated, and it needs to make a saving throw for the spell, which it fails horrifically. And then also is trying to pull itself free from the trap. You said your DC was, Fisher, for the trap?
14. Yeah.
Dexterity?
If it's already caught, it is a strength check
Strength.
to get out.
Which it fails, so it remains trapped and held high up, and the damage from the moonbeam, because it can't move and so remove itself, is enough to kill it with a 17. And so this bird... Oh. Good lord, I thought my desk was falling. Okay. It was just my paper pie stack that was too close to the edge. Whew. Just burns itself out from the moonbeam. And this one is gone. Dead. And the moonbeam is still there. Yeah, Neck moves a little bit just to make sure that it's a bit closer to the action. Alright, with this, we got
Have it. You took it with you in the back.
Tobiashi, Remy, you have Jorg, Fisher, and audience. What are audience? Your passive perception. I remember it. Fisher and Jorg, what are your passive perception?
17.
And Fisher, I didn't hear it.
15.
15. All right. Well, apparently, it's good enough to see this, to see them arriving.
I saw something.
Me too.
You
I
needed,
never do that.
You needed to have 15 passive perception to see the two others gliding, trying to be stealthy, but everyone seems to have seen them except audience, who is focused on the epic battle he is waging right now.
Technically, Magna would have seen it, though, if it wanted to warn me. I think. Oh, no, it wouldn't. It was. No, never mind. Magna has passive perception 14.
Damn, it's just 1 point too low.
I still wouldn't know, even with Magna.
Alright, so, which means everyone see them coming. It's not gonna be a surprise, except for audience, but the audience is too surrounded by traps, so he's not going to react much to it. So it's not a surprise. They don't see Remy, which means one is attacking Jorg and another one gliding down from the sky is going to try and attack. No, that's dumb going there. Fisher. But it's not a surprise because everyone has too high of a perception. So
Does it try and fly through the trap though? Because I don't know if it knows about the trap on the right.
Since there's
The
a
other one?
sheep inside of it, it's been revealed.
is.
Oh, it does.
active.
Oh, no, wait, it does. Okay, right. Okay, there is a sheep.
That's why they're both arriving from behind. Well, technically a bit higher up, but all right. So, then they have 60 feet of movement, which is more than enough to come from where it was harder to see. But yeah. Jorg,
Jorg.
13 and 18.
18 hits.
18 hits. Yeah, that's right. All of your ACs are 18 with the exception of Fisher. It's easy enough to remember.
That's convenient.
9 points of piercing damage, and the second attempt at hitting does not hit. And the other one is attacking Fisher because it's confident that it's going to do something. Actually, all right, saving throw succeeded. So could have tried to lick you, but didn't. Succeeded on its saving throw. So the first attack is a 7, and the second attack is a 20.
Those would both miss.
And so it does not lick you, it does not hit you. It just claws
It
at
failed
you.
to get. It failed to give Fisher a good licking.
Exactly. All right. Well,
Oh, are they tempted to lick him?
yes, that's
Yeah.
why they just rolled
okay.
a
Oh, yeah. I
saving
missed
throw.
that. But none of them were making like a beeline for him.
No, it doesn't have a huge range. It's not like it's
Okay.
60 feet away. They're trying to get toward him.
That's the real reason they're coming.
Yeah.
You
They
can
smelt
smell
me
it
on the
from miles
wind.
away.
All right. Well, that's it for the enemies. No more hits other than that. And we end with Jorg.
Woo! Jorg, since there's flying ones now, going to summon 2 giant eagles to help defend him with a conjure animals.
Check your room.
And that's pretty much his whole turn. Oh, I guess you could do a spirit totem. He'll smack one of those down. It'll be a bear, so we all get the temporary hit points, and the bonus on the advantage on strength saving throws, which could be handy.
Is it 11? I remember it being 11.
Yep, 11.
Is it just saves?
I think it's checks and saves.
It is
I have it here.
that is gain advantage on checks and strength saving throws. Yep.
Yeah.
My enter button.
Everything that has to
Keyboard's
do
fine.
with strength, basically.
X to down.
All right. So,
Temperature and all
where
games,
where do
that-
you
that-
place?
that-
The 2 eagles.
Yep.
He'll place them both kind of above him in like J8 and J7.
You believe you said giant eagle, so they're
Yo.
large
Oh, are
creature.
they big? They're large. Yeah, so they'll take up squares, but they're flying.
Yeah.
Which ones are the 2 flying ones? The one that's like
Okay.
J9 and
So
10 and
let's go with
H.
this. We're gonna put the.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you can see the colors, but this I'm gonna put a different color monster for those that are not being restrained right now.
Oh,
Oh.
also, I just double checked. I think it's 12 now because you're a level 7 druid. This is the first time you've used your totem since you leveled up.
Yeah, it is 5 plus my druid level. So now that I'm level 7, not 6.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, so we're 12.
All right. So, where does the second giant eagle go?
It will go down and to the left at like the MN 5-6 spot.
Wait, what? Which one? Wait, what? What?
Okay.
The Chungus NPCs are the eagles.
So, monsters with red M are those that are restrained, and monsters with the orange or yellow M are those who are actually flying. And the giant eagle, well, they're large, so they're bigger than sheep's. Oh, and by the way, Fisher, 2 of the sheep tried to lick you during the night. I forgot to make their saving throw.
fair enough.
Mm.
That's why it was so easy to keep them in the middle.
They only got a 10 on their initiative.
Okay. 10 for the monsters. Alright. Anything else? Move? Scream? Dance? Sing?
Yeah, he doesn't feel like screaming or dancing,
Okay.
but
Understandable.
yeah, he'll send off Pharrell to go try and wrangle the sheep before they get too far.
I forgot the initiative of the sheep.
Uh-oh.
They've been surprised this round. They were distracted. They're gonna
Okay,
move
cool.
next round.
They're just in panic mode.
Yeah.
Oh, they're like when goats freeze up and fall over.
Mhm.
And
Fainting
they all did
goats.
that. Mhm.
Oh goodness, that would be fun. Alright, so nothing else, which means we go back to the top of the initiative with audience and his epic battle against a Perithon.
Yeah, Magna's actually gonna swing first with the bite attack.
Starting your turn in the spell, you gotta make a save again.
No. Okay. I got a 21.
Alright.
I'm good.
Yeah, audience is nimble today.
Audience is high. Audience is a +7 to his dex save.
Yeah.
Damn.
Audience got a good dex save. Alright, Magna's gonna attack with his bite actually, which is plus. What's that to hit? +4 to hit. And it is going to. Oh god. Magnus gonna crit
Ooh.
Nice.
this thing. So it's gonna roll 2d4, which will be doubled. So 1, 2. No, that was its max roll. Well, 2 4s, so those are both 8. So it actually is gonna. Magnus gonna do 20 damage with the bite attack.
Damn.
Damn.
Magna really took a chop out of that bird.
Magna's just hungry.
Magna is actively eating this bird right now.
The bird
I've had to-
screams.
Just staring at these sheep for so long.
Actually,
But
you
I
know what
wasn't
it
allowed to
is?
eat them.
You know what it is? It's because of the moonbeam that hit the previous one. Now there's just like the smell of like burning fried chicken.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
It's just starving.
Venison.
Going to town on this bird.
And you know, Magna is hurrying up because he knows the moonbeam is just beside it, and that creature is the next one to be hit by it if it doesn't hurry up.
Nice and toasted.
It's not dead, but it's screaming in pain, trying to push Magna away while it's eating its viscera.
Alright, well, Magna eats it. Audience will, I guess, try and finish it off. With,
What a team!
I mean, that'll hit. 25 to hit.
That's
and, you know what? He'll cast before. He'll use his bonus action to cast Divine Favor. Just to get that spell going. And so he'll hit for... not great there. 8 and... 9. He'll hit for 9 damage. Rolled all ones.
Aww. After such an epic attack from Magna. The creature is holding on to dear life. There's blood everywhere. Magna is trying to pull away with part of its intestines.
I guess I'll use my second attack on it. Sad. Alright, well,
Yes.
that'll be, I assume, a 27 will hit, and I assume I'm gonna kill it, basically, no matter what, but...
Yeah.
That's 10... 14 damage.
Listen, if you scream at it, it dies.
Yeah, that's 24 damage. Not 24, 14.
It was enough. It only had 2 hit points left. Just the scream from audience's previous attack was enough to kill it.
And then audience will turn and survey the fight. And he will... well, it's Magna, actually, because I'm still on Magna. Magna will go 10... 20 behind to, what is that, H7. H7 out of the trap and be behind this other monster that Fisher's fighting.
Okay. Okay.
That'll be its turn.
Which means the next one is Tobiyashi in his epic fight
Let's go.
against a Periton.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is I am going to hit it with my meteor hammer first.
Okay. It's always a good idea.
10 to hit. Let's go. We'd love to see it.
10 is not enough.
And then I will use my second attack to try to hit it again with my meteor hammer.
Go ahead.
Well, actually, is the one that you're attacking? Oh, never mind. This one got back up, I think.
13 to hit.
Oof.
That is exactly what you need.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So
They don't
as
have
it's
a good
just
AC.
lying there on the, as it's lying there on the ground, I kind of just look at it and just swing it around real quick and just slam it on its head. And then let's see, 11 points of damage. And then after that, I will use a key point to do Fury of Blows. 1.
Okay.
That is 18 to hit.
That is enough.
And damage for that one is 7. And then for this last one, let's see if I hit real quick. 13 to hit. Let's go.
Enough.
And then I will use another key point, since I'm using my fist, to use Thunderclap. And
Okay.
Yeah, it has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Hold on. Isn't Thunderclap a cantrip that your object grants you?
Yes.
A cantrip. It's
One
still a
action.
cantrip.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Never mind then. Let me take back that key point. Oh wait, no. Well, yeah. Why not? I'll just use Stunning Strike then.
Okay.
Right?
Poor
Yeah.
bird.
It does the same thing. What does it have to do? It has to make another. It has to make a con save, anyways.
Oh yeah. I'm sure it succeeded. 4.
No, it didn't succeed. So it is stunned until my next turn, right? Yeah,
It's
until the
stunned,
end of my next turn.
grappled.
Oh, and then I just for fun I hit it 5 feet into the ground. No, I'm just no.
It's just a
No. But yeah, no, that's it. That's the end of my turn.
All right.
Poor bird. Well, stag bird.
How does it feel? You're finally hitting. You're
I'm mutilating this
mutilating
bird
a
right
bird. How do you feel?
Just as I always dreamed. Just as I always dreamed it would be.
Good lord, you have interesting dreams. All right, so the next one is Fisher.
Okay.
Yes, it is being flanked.
Cool.
It's got a bird watching it, and he's got audience and you. And he doesn't want to move inside of the trap that you have, so it's efficiently flanked.
Alright, and I will use my action to do Green Flame Blade. Because I don't have to bounce it. So if I have advantage, and I'll use Great Weapon Master.
Okay.
And maybe 16. Oh yeah, they do.
It is enough.
Sick. That is 26 slashing damage and 3 fire damage. And then I will use my bonus action to War Magic hit it again. Also with Great Weapon Master. That should hit. That's a 23 to hit.
Yes, it is.
For 7 plus 24 slashing damage. Is it dead?
No, but there.
Action surge.
You killed it.
Okay, cool.
So you just said it, and it's enough. It has 1 hit point. Maybe just roll in case you get all natural ones.
Mm-hmm. Okay, no, we're good. 2 16s. So we're good.
Okay. It's in effect. It's been brought down in a single round, pulverized, burnt.
Believe that means I still have 1 more attack left.
Yes, you do.
So if I could go to K9.
Yeah, you have enough.
Or actually-
movement.
Fine. Could I get to M9? And if so, would I be flanking with the help of the sheep?
That's what I was gonna ask. Technically, we fought the sheep, but they're friendly NPCs.
Well, technically, yeah, technically, the Peritons are attracted by the sheep, and they consider it an enemy. The sheep just want to stay alive. I'll allow it.
Heal you.
So I'll make this last attack. Yeah, with advantage then. And Great Weapon Master. And that is a 19 to hit
That's enough.
for 27 damage.
Ah, good lord. You're starting to hit really hard. I'm gonna have to take that into consideration during the next fight.
I think we have too many friendlies on them.
Well, your trap made it so that the most feared ability of the Periton could not be used. That
Yeah.
helps a lot.
What is
Oh,
that?
do they have an ambush ability?
No, they have dive attack and they have flyby.
Ah.
Problem is that they can't dive if they're prone, and they can't fly by if they're inside a box of traps, because they're just gonna move in circle. So flyby is a pretty deadly ability because it allows them to attack and keep on moving without triggering attack of opportunities. Basically, they can always stay in the air and they can only be hit by ranged attack, but they couldn't use it because of all the traps.
Well, I'm glad basically all of my spell points were able to be useful.
All right, it is the turn of the sheep. One of well, sheep aren't the smartest of creature, and when you roll a 3, you're not that smart. So, another one goes inside of the trap, trying to move away. Natural 1 to break free, 5. Oh, good lord. This one manages to move out of the trap. Yay! One sheep got out of the trap. The other one, it doesn't want to have to do anything with this. It's just moving away. It's scary combat. Alright. And the Periton could not take an attack of opportunity on the sheep because it rolled too low.
You got
Even the sheep, I'm pretty sure they have an AC higher than 5. So, which means we go to Remy.
It's all that wool. It's hard to get through.
You have a Periton with a claw full of wool in front of you.
I think Raimi just pulls out the good boy, slowly comes out of the bush, and, well, I guess in this case, stab it. Oh, no, it tried to attack the sheep, so actually stab it in the back.
You backstabber.
And it'll be a booming blade in case it doesn't die. That's gonna be a 21 to hit.
That's enough.
And now I'm using the dagger, so now I'm going to use the D4. I have to say this out loud so that I don't forget. Alright, that's gonna be... Where'd the D4 go? Oh, there it is. 4, 8, 12, 13, 16, 19 piercing plus... I didn't roll the d8 because it was crowded in there. And 4 thunder.
Get him.
It screeches, it screams. It does not like it, but it is still alive. Barely.
Then...
It is thrashing around with this dagger stuck in its back. You see blood being flung in every direction. You have a feeling that it really, really is about to die.
You know what? I think just because this could potentially be the killing blow and that'd be funny, I'm going to use my bonus action to make an attack with a dagger from my bracers.
Okay.
just because I don't know how big the point threshold is. So okay, that's a 26. So that'll hit.
Both the
All right, D4. Let's see what we get.
We believe in you.
Only 3.
Total 3?
Well, yeah, I don't get to add my modifier, so it's just the dagger.
The second dagger embeds itself in its back. It falls to one knee. How does a knee bend for the... Oh, it bends backward. It feels like it's sitting on the ground, looking at you. Too injured to be able to fly, but it still has at least 1 hit point.
In other words, guys, it dies if it moves, it dies if it doesn't. Remy just stays there and ends his turn.
So, that was Remy. Now we have... Oh, oh yeah. I want to do this. Oh, yeah. Onak gets close to the bird. And... Thorn whips the bird. Yeah. You see the bird. I'm not rolling damage. It only had 1 hit point left.
Damn it.
You could have done it. The 4 would have done it.
It whips the bird and it screams as it falls. It makes 1 step and so you just see it go with the energy of your booming blade. Another one is dead.
I'm somewhat reminded of that scene from Shrek where Fiona is singing to the birds and they
Well, I had Rugrats in my mind, but that scene also works. All right, which means that's Onak, and he stopped concentrating on the moonbeam because there's only 1 left, and that was 11. That was Magna. It's the last one, fighting for its life, trying to eat Tobiashi's alive.
It's stunned.
Looking at
Did you stun it last
Tobiashi aggressively with murderous intentions. Unable to break free from the trap it's under. which means it's Jorg.
What about my birds?
Exactly, the birds.
The birds.
Oh,
On the birds, since it's the fly over and land next to it and like peck it like they do.
They're gonna tear it apart.
Actually, they're both gonna do that. They're both gonna do that thing that like birds do to their prey and just kind of start idly pecking it at its like face and stuff to try and kill
It's
it.
not even attacking, just pecking it.
With its beak attack, and then if that fails, first one's gonna do its beak attack, which gets +5 to hit. So a 14
is enough.
All right, and it gets 1d6 plus 3 piercing damage. 1d6 plus 3 for a total of 4 damage.
All right, it's not a lot, but
And then it'll like scratch at it with its talon with 2d6 plus 3 if it hits. That's a 2, not a nat 20. So it's cocked on the screen. All right, the other one's beak misses also, but
you get
its
advantage
talons.
on stunned animals?
All right, it got a 19 for its talons though.
You do.
all right.
You do get advantage on stun things?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
That's the
you
reason why
forgot
you do
about
it.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
damn.
Stunned is
Well, he got-
very strong.
I'll say that was his beak then, and he got I'll 6 damage with the other one's beak,
Okay.
and then with advantage on his like scratching, they both were 14s, so that'll be another 19. With 2d6 plus 3 for a total of 8 damage.
Good lord.
Nice.
They're both just gonna like they're hungry, might start eating it if it dies all the way, but it's taken a while.
This means it's. Well, they're certainly tearing it apart. It's still alive, but not by a lot.
Pecked one of its eyes
These
out.
are monstrosities, not beasts, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Jorg doesn't care.
Jorg gets absolved of guilt.
All right. So.
Should we let this one go home and let it tell its friends?
I'm thinking we could follow it home.
I'm thinking it can't fly anymore.
Well, they'll make it easier to follow. We'll just walk while it hobbles.
All right, so that was the birds, and then you have Jorg.
And now
Finish
George,
it.
yeah, just gonna walk over,
Kill it so we
cast
could keep hitting it.
Shillelagh, raise his
Wow.
club high up above his head, and smack down with a natural. Oh no, it's advantage. Okay, cool. Almost a natural one, but instead a 25.
That is enough to hit. It's a good difference.
That was close.
You hesitated, but then
Yeah,
you remembered it was a monstrosity, and so you just struck down.
for 7 magic damage. God, Shillelagh's bad.
No, well, actually, with the damage that Tobiyashi did last time, again, you get the final blow on that poor creature.
Oh,
And
after
so-
doing nothing the whole fight.
And so, as it's looking at you, being pecked alive, eaten, taken apart by your giant eagle, you just watch it and cave in its head.
Put it out of its misery. I'll let the eagles finish their meal.
After that, I'll just unwrap my silk from its body and absorb it back into mine. And I'll just leave I'll leave 10 feet on each side out on each one of my hands, and then wrap it around my arms.
Okay.
Nice.
Once again, Tobiashi
Well
is covered in blood, but it's not his. It's the blood of the poor bird.
There's blood on your hands.
I was gonna yell, quick, Jorg, we need to get the sheep. Those cost us money.
Oh yeah. I have Frel on it, and I'll go join Frel in the attempts to collect the sheep. Can I do an animal handling?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Ooh, only an 11. Do I get advantage because Frel's helping me, even though he's?
Oh, yeah, he can actually perform the help action, so...
Can I
Nice.
just can I
That's
stun the
nice.
sheep? And,
Punch them first.
yeah, I'll do unlethal damage, guys. Come on, don't worry.
I'm gonna pull my punch. Oops.
That worked so well last
Your
time.
lesson from the real people.
No, I'll get up and I'll start walking back over to where we had a campfire, right?
No, you had an open dimensional space with you being slowly turned into a
We
giant
were talking
slushy.
about how the campfire would scare him away.
Okay. So yeah, I'll go inside the dimensional space. There's a chair in there, right? I'm gonna go sit
There's
down
a
on the
desk
chair.
now.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll actually get a campfire going once all the sheep are back.
We're gonna spend the night out here.
I don't know, but it'd be good to sit.
Well,
down.
that's up to you.
Audience, what are we
Me
doing?
too. I mean, I assumed we were gonna go back to the inn and tell them that we dealt with their problem.
What
But
time is it?
if we didn't?
What if we just decided to not tell them that we completed the quest?
No, I mean, what if we didn't actually deal with the problem and just helped with part of the problem?
The quest said to deal with the bird creatures. We completed the quest.
Are you wondering if there are more bird creatures?
Yeah.
Then they'll put up another quest.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, you know, this is a real, like, these guys have real impacts on the ecosystem.
Yeah.
Let's take audience. I don't have like a sword or anything. Could you like? All I have is this knife. Shouldn't we take like evidence back that we murdered them?
I think Raimi is already
Audience.
just collecting
Yeah,
a lot of feathers.
if
Mhm.
nothing else,
Okay.
we should call the garden and ask them if we
What?
should stick around and look for more.
I mean, how long has it been since I cast these traps?
About
Bait more
4
around here.
hours.
I mean, these traps are up for another 4 hours.
So you want us to sit out here for 4 more hours?
We could go for a long rest.
I mean, you
have
can
a
go
nice
to sleep
campfire,
if you
see
want,
Yeah.
All right.
but like, might as well.
Yeah,
I
let's
mean,
set
sure.
up
I
camp.
guess we could spend the night out here to see if there are more birds. I think we've dealt with them, but
I
if
don't.
you want, you don't.
No.
Well, don't birds have like a
realistically-
nest?
Yeah, they'd have a nest, and if one flock came over here, it's unlikely that a larger population would follow.
It's also likely that when they figure out that 5 of their members die trying to hunt the sheep, they're gonna look for easier targets.
But that doesn't mean they're going to look elsewhere for easier targets. That just means they're going to be on the lookout for adventurers.
Alright, listen, I'm not sitting here for the next 2 months waiting for birds to attack.
Whoa, we said 4 hours.
Yeah.
I'll
Fisher,
stay here for the rest of the night, but
I'll walk up to
That's
Fisher.
fine.
I'm like, can I use your rag?
Yeah, sure.
All right, I clean myself up with the rag.
I'll go
And
grab my
as I'm
backpack again.
as I'm washing myself off, I'm just like, so you never answered my question. Can you taste what you taste, or is it just like a
Goes back with that
is it
discussion.
symbiotic?
I mean,
Remember what happened to him last time you asked that?
I know. He,
You arrive at an inn.
Yeah, it's the magical skip forward to something happening button.
When you randomly
I ask him dumb questions, then
just
something's gonna
freezes, he's like-
happen. We don't have to wait here for a long time.
So,
I
well,
don't know.
for Jorg, I'd say it's probably relatively easy for you to, since you are proficient in animal handling and know a bit about how animals are, it would probably be possible for you to make a roll to try and assess something about the creature that are there. Maybe if they're young, if they're old, if they look like they have very similar feather patterns, which would indicate they might be from the same clutch. It's trying to figure out things about a dead animal. That's always possible. I mean, you're
That'd
a
be in
druid,
nature.
so.
That'd be a nature check.
Yeah, I think that would work.
Ooh, 21.
21. All right. I think that's an interesting moment to take the break.
Oh.
I was about to answer, and then I saw the time. But okay. Well, at least we took care of the fight before it was time to finish the session. So, we'll take the break right now, and you'll hear the answer of this when we come back in roughly 15 minutes. So, see you all in 15 minutes. Bye.
Peace.
Hello and welcome back. And look at this. You haven't heard it, but Fisher answered Tobayashi's question, so we don't need to ask it again. Skip over this animation. Skip over it.
It's when that one follower just always has the same dialogue option that it spams at you.
All right. So, I believe we were with Jorg examining the body of the creatures they just trying to figure out if there are any clues about if there are more. That's it. Also make a medicine check.
Medicine. Ooh, I have good medicine. Ooh, 25.
Damn. So, you look at the birds and you think about how they're supposed to be, and there's one thing missing from this situation. Periton can only reproduce by eating the heart of a humanoid. So, generally, they try to stick to areas where there's heavy traffic, so they can just snatch up people and disappear in the mountains. And they do prefer mountains. So, there's something odd in the fact that this area right now, there's something missing in it. A village at most has 100 villagers in it, and they've only been attacking sheep so far.
sorry.
So there's something missing there. They wouldn't be able to increase their population they quickly become saturated because people would desert the area, although they don't have any problem with hunting a place to extinction. So, of course, there's something odd here. Examining the body, you do see that there is traces of where they've been, and this is more the nature roll that allows you to see this. They've apparently been traveling quite a distance. There are some fine gravel stuck between their feathers, especially where it's densely packed, meaning they've traveled a lot recently. Maybe tonight, maybe a while back, but not more than maybe a week from now. Medicine would allow you to see that most of them are pretty young. Some of them have severe injuries that have healed. Not those made by the party. Those ones have had time to heal. And they're pretty severe. At least they were when they were sustained.
I'll relay that. These
So,
creatures.
so it seems like they got attacked before and were recovering?
Appears so. Something attacked them, also being young. I don't know.
Maybe
So-
the older ones died in whatever the attack was?
Could be. Yeah, there's not. Could be that all the older ones are dead. There's no way to really be sure.
What hunts Peritons other than us?
Oh, I just had a real flashback with the Max with this affirmation.
I don't know, but I'm exhausted. 1 point of exhaustion. I think we should rest. And
Agreed.
we could rest here, or we could go back to the tavern, like audience wanted to do. I don't mind either or. But it kind of sounds like these were the only ones here, or at least around here, if they came from far off.
There's not enough humans around here. I guess there's enough humans around here, but it doesn't appear that they're really targeting humans like they're trying to reproduce. It's more like they're just trying to survive.
Interesting. I mean, in that case, this would probably be the whole lot of them, right?
No real. Maybe. It's hard to tell.
You'd probably know this from the roll that you made. Manticore, Chimera, Griffin, Periton, and Wyvern. Or Wyvern, depending on how you want to pronounce it. They very often compete for the same territory, although they do not necessarily eat the same food.
There might be another thing out there.
Well, it's probably driven out at their habitat and drove them out.
Oh, and drove them here.
Yeah.
That makes sense. We could, I guess in that case, I mean, we might as well rest. I mean, if Toby's tired,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be okay
But
resting out here.
we could contact the garden and ask if they could see if there was a quest mentioning something like that somewhere nearby
That's a good idea.
that we could also deal with. Otherwise, I think we're done here. Right?
Yeah. I would also like to ask the garden if there might be reports, like the details of how many the villagers were reporting, if they reported on numbers at all.
I think it was just their sheep were disappearing.
Yeah.
Because I believe the only information that was given was there were large feathers left behind. So,
Yeah. That sounds right. They didn't actually have what the feathers were from.
Well, judging from the handful of feather that the Remy has in one with him.
yeah.
Thank you.
Well, if
Picking
we
the best ones.
bring back the heads, I don't feel right telling them we've definitely completed the task. So, if nothing else, we should let the garden know and have them be ready to come out and some more adventurers to deal with the nest if there is one.
Alright. So are we staying out here tonight?
I'm cool with that. I like it out here. We haven't stayed outside of town in a while.
But it's kind of raining. Do we have a tent?
We had a tent on the cart.
We have my
Oh.
dimensional space that I could just leave open.
Yeah. Like we already had it.
Can we?
Yeah.
All
lay in
be
there?
I'm
outside.
sure we could figure something out. Use blankets.
Once you get
to-
rusty, Fisher, you get rusty.
I am about as rusty as I'll ever get. This rain is nothing compared to other amounts of water I've been in.
You're named Fisher, so I assume you've been exposed to salt water a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of why my general coloration is as dark as it is.
That makes sense.
All right. Well, I guess let's go to sleep then.
Yeah, I'll set up a fire and
And-
dig through the dimensional space to try and set up like a tent out of like a blanket and
I mean,
couple spears or something.
I think you could just use the dimensional space, right?
I could.
I
but
mean,
wanna
there's
sleep with the
there's
sheep. No,
Fair enough.
No.
I guess they are probably pretty fluffy, right? Like that's what beds are made of, right?
Yeah.
Remy,
All right, I'm
Remy,
going to sleep.
You heard that. I'm confirming it. You heard George say it.
Know what I meant?
Remy is just giving Jorg a long, hard stare.
After Jork says that, I'm just like, well, I think I'm done for the night now. I go over to the dimensional space and set up bedroll or something, lay down, and try to sleep.
Sounds good.
All right.
I'll hang out outside and keep watch.
I whisper to Fisher, I'm like, if you hear any screaming, just any sheep screaming, it's him. He did it.
So regarding what
If I
we
hear
were,
any sheep
Don't worry,
screaming,
uh,
I'm gonna assume it's more peritons coming back.
yeah.
well, the shriek of a periton is probably very different than that of a sheep. So you wouldn't have a lot of difficulty identify it, especially since you spent the last 20 seconds hearing them scream while they were being pecked apart by giant birds, audience divine smiting them, and you pulling their inside out. You have a good idea of how it sounds when they scream.
Fair enough. Yeah, and then I'd also take out Terry and just kind of hang out. Don't leave him stuck in the box too much.
Oh yeah. Wait, before I sleep, Fisher, could you tell Terry that I need to learn the language?
Tomorrow morning, I will let Terranet know that I need to know.
Yeah, Terranad. Yeah, not
primordial.
Terry.
Yeah.
You don't want the worm to teach him?
Terry is very good at languages. Unfortunately, he's too good at languages, so it's made its own as opposed to learning one that.
Oh,
Well, so far he made 3.
Yeah. It's just a different kind of perceiving the world, you know. Makes things a little complicated.
yeah.
But go to sleep.
Yep.
Okay.
Also, having sex with animals is animal cruelty. Just putting that out there.
Sorry.
No, I know. I'm just kidding. I'm not saying that like you triggered me or anything. Just Jordan's not gonna do that. He can read body language,
Okay.
animal body language.
Incidentally, Raimi has found just a random stick lying around and has just like been very absent-mindedly just sharpening a dagger on it.
Yeah, y'all
We
go
all
to
sleep.
sleep if you need to go to sleep.
All right, Jorg will go to sleep.
With the sheep.
The sheep.
Although, I guess like one thing that Raimi would make sure to do, he would go up to Ornock and minor illusion Acorn.
Oh, yeah. Sure. You see him tie a knot with the handkerchief of murderous intention around the acorn, squeeze it tight, and give you the handkerchief with the acorn in the middle of it, and he slowly turns to petrified wood.
Why are we sending him back?
So he can rest.
Oh,
Regenerate spells.
yeah.
Well, Raimi is also just taking into consideration that Ornock has stated plainly that he actually likes going. So,
As long as we remember to bring back.
And it's not because he died, I guess.
I think it's more just like Raimi recognizing Ornock as a sentient being with his own thoughts, feelings, and desires.
Mhm.
You know, he just started. It's I remember a time where you didn't even acknowledge as a group that this acorn could become something.
Hey, I will point out that Raimi has, for the most part, treated him with the utmost respect ever since encountering him.
Oh no,
Thank
no,
you,
no.
man.
And he does his best to understand you. uh, all right, so you all, with the exception of Jorg, huddle up inside of the dimensional space where it is dry. It's not warm, but it's dry. And you can take a good rest. Tobiyashi, you just fall asleep. Only takes a few minutes and yeah, exactly.
Starts drooling everywhere.
Oh no, someone's gonna have to clean that up.
We're going back to the garden. We'll be fine.
Fisher, you watch over Terry a little bit. He seems to be enjoying the rain, and you think about concepts like tea, and are realizing that technically around you, toffee tea is pooling.
Tifi, if you will.
Collect it. We could
I
sell
won't,
it.
but okay.
I mean, it could be Tifa, but I feel like we'd be in a very different game if that were the case.
Yeah, I'd react differently. Remy, probably you suddenly start relaxing a bit when you see Jorg actually falling asleep with the sheep and not doing anything else with the sheep. He's just spooning a sheep, you know.
He's giving some riddles and talking to them, but that's about it.
And they all huddled up around him, and after an hour, the wool is completely soaked, and he's just living in that.
At like 1 a.m., you hear squelching noises coming into the into the dimensional space, and you hear him dumping his boots out.
It's a bit cramped inside, but 10 feet by 10 feet square, so it all fits.
Raimi will remember this image.
Good time with the sheep. Audience, you fall asleep, proud of what you did, the epicness of your action, how good it must have looked. You can't help but feel an element of pride. You hope so much your God was watching. And as you think about this, you blink and you find yourself walking in a forest. And your God joins you. You see the silhouette of your God walking in the woods. He slowly makes its way toward you. It's been a while since you saw him, but again, after everything you did, there's sort of a feeling of comfort, knowing that he's making a move to, talk with you a little bit. At least acknowledges in some way your accomplishments by gracing you with his presence.
Yeah. All right. Do I have anything to ask him at the moment? Well, I will first just say greetings. It's been a little while. How are you? How are you doing?
Everything has been going well. I can hear more people chanting our cause every day. Your reputation is spreading. And and our church is growing.
I'm glad to hear that. I feel like soon I will take the next step in that adventure as well as I soon will fight to have the nobleman's favor where we can start building up an army for our religion. And have a sponsor with quite a bit of money.
All good things. And things you can use to build a monument to all of this. I sent you a priest that can sing the glory of everything you do, of everything we represent.
Yes, I met her. I was excited to see it was my old friend. I don't have her name at the moment.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah, the name from my
Whatever
notes
her
that I
name
know.
was.
The name from my notes that I know, but I'm not gonna try and find right now.
Like just another woman on the list.
Yeah,
I,
my childhood friend.
I probably have it here.
By the way, my girlfriend says she's jealous of the sheep.
Why? Because they get to smother her boyfriend.
Well, at least she's not jealous. Real jealousy, I mean. All right. Yes, I have her name here. Kialkani.
Kialkani.
Think of alchemy, but add a K at the beginning. Yes, she has been doing very well. And all that you have done have made it that much easier for her to sing all that needs to be heard. For everyone to hear the message, the truth about everything.
Yes.
And I feel you've accomplished much in the past few days.
We've definitely been on some adventures, and I would say definitely have succeeded in all of them.
Yes, you have. And I have to admit, I was impressed. You did so well in so many ways. You even see the smile on his face when he says this. And so I feel maybe a small reward might be in
I will take whatever you wish to give me.
as you're walking inside this forest. He turns around toward one tree, and at the end of a branch, he just touches it. And you see the bud growing and becoming a flower. It's a flower that you've seen several times where you're from. You have a more northern kind of vegetation where you live. So it is a small, robust-looking flower. He cuts it from the tree, and he gives it to you. It is a single blossom of my power. Something you can use should you need a little more.
Alright. Is it like a one-time use or like an...
Yes. I've
Yes.
already created it in D&D Beyond because I was expecting you to sleep last episode. It
You
is.
weren't expecting us to
It is a
argue with each other about plans for 2 hours. What is this?
It is a blossom of faith. Essentially, it is an object that I created, and it grants you 1 spell slot of the highest level you can cast.
Okay.
If you go up in level and your maximum spell ability increases, the flower will increase with you. It is always
Awesome.
present in your mind, so you can use it without cost in action. It is essentially a free spell slot of the highest level you can cast.
That's very solid.
Once it is used, the flower wilts and it is done. But you can use it whenever you want. If you want, you can keep it the entire campaign and not use it.
Immediately multi-class into sorcerer, and then wait until the very end of the campaign and get.
Yeah, I was gonna
another,
say just immediately
8th level
multi-class
spell
into like a caster so I can get like 7th and 8th level spells, just so I can use this one item on the. No. All right, petal. What was it? Flower of
It's a
Destiny. Petal
blossom
of
of
Destiny.
faith.
Destiny.
You were in
fate.
the ballpark.
There's somewhere there. I'll add one of those. Add to equipment.
The big ballpark, but you were somewhere in there.
You can still catch the baseball.
Got it.
All right, I
Keep him
got
from
it.
getting a house walk.
All right, I will turn to him and be like, "Thank you so much for the spoon. I will try and use it wisely."
Of course you will.
The spoon. I know what you said, but it sounded like you said the spoon.
Suddenly, in the middle of this dream, a very buff individual wearing blue spandex just runs across the field, shouting, "Spoon!"
We gotta hurry. The dream world's coming in.
So, if you have something you want to add, if you want to talk more with your god, now is the time.
Oh,
Otherwise,
Actually, I did have one thing. I was gonna ask, what do you know? Have you ever met the goddess? Because it would be considered a goddess. What's her name? Features and traits. That would be in my notes. Have you ever met the goddess? God, I have so many names to keep track of. I can't find it right now. That's okay. Have you ever met the goddess? And I'll say the name of the silver dragon that lives on this island chain.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course. A
the
god.
one I'm gonna go.
A god
the one
in
I'm
your
gonna go
eyes.
meet.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one I'm gonna go meet in a few days. Want to know if he has any tips that he knows about.
This is when your god says, "Oh no, I'm the only god that's a dragon that's a god." What have you been telling people?
No, that's not what he taught me. All dragons are gods.
Yeah. All right. I just opened my my folder for gods. Then I just realized, okay, no, you're talking just about dragons.
What do you mean? My faith is correct. Absolute.
The silver dragon female you're talking about is Exoniad.
All right. I'm gonna start anywhere I can. add
Exodia.
that. I have it in my notes somewhere, but it's just my notes have so many names. Oh yeah, whatever. No, I'll probably ask you again when I run into her.
That's right.
So I'll lose track of it.
Well, as all silver dragons are, they're always deceiving people, hiding, manipulating them into believing that they are nothing more than the most normal of creature. If you must deal with her, then do it with caution. She will try to spin a web, warn you of things, but just like other gods, it is only an agenda. It is only them trying to pull you away.
Yes. Speaking of that, I would like your advice on one more matter, and I will mention the dreams I had when I was in the past and the different images I
I could
saw.
hear.
And I'll explain kind of what was happening and what he thinks any of it might mean.
How in detail do you go?
Very in detail.
Okay.
This is my god. I tell him everything. He is
Rolls of
my...
history, natural 20. You're the bitch. I tell him everything, all
Okay.
the details.
For one image, it is something that you've never seen, a reaction you've never seen in your god. When you talk about the footprint on the beach. You think you see something in his eyes. But something inside of you is unwilling to accept that this could be. But for a moment, you swear you see fear in his eyes. For
I'd
only a
I'd
moment.
respect it. That creature's pretty fucking scary. And I actually, audiences understood, also from what the garden told them, that this is a god on potentially another level, and one that I would probably consider stronger, at least at the moment, than the god I worship. So I would respect seeing the fear in his eyes a little bit. I would maybe accept that.
As for the others, the way he looks at you when you describe the three others, you get the feeling that maybe the power of the one that felt familiar might have been his, because he has a bit of a smile when you describe this one. When you describe the two others, this is where he becomes hard to read. When you describe the one hidden in black smoke, black fog,
And the one that was like attacking me, kind of.
yeah. The one that was literally brutalizing your soul.
Yeah.
Simply by being there. He does start by reminding you that there is a reason why, to interact with all of you, we take the shape of avatars. Our complete form is too much for your mind to handle. It races, it tries to make sense. If we force you to watch us in our full glory for too long, your soul will try to leave your body. Leave it behind. It is the only way it can sustain this. And even then, it is like watching the sun. There are creatures hidden. Creatures that have been forgotten. Sometimes gods. Sometimes godlike creatures. Who will try to snatch people as they cross their path. Most of the time you hear of them being worshipped by those limited in powers, warlocks. This is how they start. They draw the attention of a single person, promises gift, and eventually draw in more people and restore their power. This might have simply been one of them, trying to force its will on you, but you resisted. Although the help of another god is not what I would call the most valorous.
No.
And
I am sorry. This does seem to be a god that has an interest in me. It's been following me now for a little while. For a bit.
well, it is to be expected. Champions are courted by gods. This is the nature of the path you have chosen. Of course, as you grow in power, other gods will notice you. They might try to recruit you.
I see.
You're not a priest. You are a champion.
Alright, well, I'll keep my eyes out for that. Is
Just
there any...
just keep in mind that a god who chooses the sun as an image has a dual existence. Yes, it brings warmth and the ability to see everywhere, to understand more, but they do destroy everything if they are there for too long. A more gentle light is preferable, as it can always be there. Always. Granting those who worship them truth and all the gifts that comes with truth. After all, isn't the evil hidden within mortals revealed under the full moonlight?
True. I mean, to be honest, I don't know exactly if like I've been in full moons. I don't know if everyone has always told me the truth, but I'm not. That's not my specialty, is seeing people in different lights. But I'm sure you can see it.
Well, just keep in mind, lycanthrope are not revealed by the sun. They are revealed by the moon.
Oh, yes. I just don't think I didn't think of all people as lycanthropes. But yes.
But it is a good image.
Yeah.
The moon reveals the evil in others. Makes it easier to see who your enemies are. The sun
Audience-
just blinds everyone.
Audience is a little lost because there's a part of him that wants to say, but the sun also destroys vampires, but he doesn't feel like that would be the correct thing to say in this moment, so he's not going to. But he's like, that metaphor kind of matches that. No, you know what? We're just gonna let it go. I don't know what's happening. All right. Is there anything else you would wish of me or wish to ask of me before I continue my journey?
Not for the moment. Everything you have done speaks for itself.
All right.
Enjoy the rewards of your deeds.
All right, and that's I guess all I will ask of him. That dream.
You walk for a few more moments in your dream, accompanied by the power of your god next to you. But eventually you wake up, your eyes open. There's water everywhere on the ground because Georg joined you during the night after he'd been completely soaked by the sheeps.
Attempted a tent. Couldn't handle.
Fortunately, you only have pants and underwear, so it's only half the clothes to dry off.
Oh, I got you guys wet? I guess, yeah, it's a 10-foot area. I was trying to keep you dry.
Of course, with Fisher dripping toffee all night long, there's an odd color to this water on the ground. For some reason, when you try to get out, there's a bunch of sheep all gathered around the dimensional space boundary. Congratulations, you now own 5 living sheep.
So, what are we doing?
Well, I guess we should go
Let's leave.
back. Because I mean, we should go back to the town and tell them what happened, but after that, we should probably just go back to the garden, because I don't think, I think we've completed all of our quests.
We should call the garden
Mhm.
at some point.
I would like to stop by and
Stop by
start
where?
an N.
Oh, the big city?
Yeah, the capital.
We can stop by the big capital. We have, I'm gonna check we have what, 2 days until I needed to be back to sell my thing?
Yeah.
Wait, so, are we near where? Oh, fuck, wait. Let me open my notes.
That means we have 2 days to make sure there's no, or say 1 day to make sure there's no more of those Kirby.
I think we're good.
I know. But okay.
Are we near the temple on the edge of the mountain? Wait, where are we at? Where are we at right now?
Where?
Are we by Ota now?
No, you're near Narter. That's
Okay,
next
never
to
mind
the
then.
ocean. There's
All
a
right,
small
yeah.
dot on your map. It doesn't have a name, but on mine it does. Solange.
Is it the small dot just to the right of Nathair?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You're roughly half an hour from there because you spent the night in the field with sheep.
Wait, y'all have a map? When did we get sent a map?
Long ago.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, maybe too long ago.
Okay. All right, let's get going. We should stop by the tavern first, right? Tell them. There we go.
Yeah.
We're gonna stop by the
Bring
tavern and
at
tell them
least
we've
one
completed.
head back with us.
You can bring a head back.
Something.
It's not the first head
I don't know
you
if
brought
we do
back.
I think Rami grabbed a bunch of feathers.
Maybe you did grab feathers,
Yeah,
but we can bring back one head to give to them as like we did it. Here's a trophy.
Does it look like a normal stag head?
A bit
Or has
more.
it got like sharp teeth and stuff?
Yeah, there's that. The eyes are the wrong color. And of course,
So if
it
we
has
bring it
feather.
back, they won't just be like, this, you just hunted a stag.
No, it would be
Okay.
hard to make that mistake. After all, it has feather and not fur. So,
But
but you know, it's a medium creature. You could always drag one all the way to town.
I'm good. I think we can bring a head.
yeah.
Okay.
So you spent.
Actually, you know what? Just for fun.
Yeah.
Just for fun, I think Rami's just gonna to one of the leftover bodies because, like, even though he plucked feathers, he's also just gonna go ahead and rip the antlers off.
Trophies.
They're not using them.
Yeah.
Well, you got room in the dimensional space, so while probably either audience or Fisher is decapitating a one of the dead Periton, Remy
Yeah.
is carefully removing the antlers off of another one. So now you have mementos.
Rami just feels good about dominating this particular kind of creature with a certain ability.
So, after maybe an hour of work, you did get up a little bit later than usual because, you know, you were hunting peritons part of the night. But Tobiashi, when he comes back, can remove his exhaustion point. You did all get your long rest. And after an hour, maybe, of work, you can all make your way back to the little village. So you arrive in the village probably around 10 o'clock. People are leaving the temple. They're starting to gather around to start trading different resource, food, to make sure everyone has something decent to eat. You're probably arriving at that moment during the day. So, of course, when they all see you arriving, there are gasps when they see Tobiashi. You still have a bit of entrails, and you're... You know, Fisher's rag cleans up the blood, but not the entrails, so...
It was raining. I'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna hide in the cart so nobody tries to lick me.
And while I'm doing that, I gotta run to that.
Oh, right, I forgot I told that whole lie in this town. There's that whole thing that you... Alright, whatever.
All right.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
We're just about to finish.
Okay, I'll wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
Head to the
Is the
tavern.
do I see the innkeeper?
Yeah, he's not
Yeah.
hard to find. He's in the inn as always, taking care
I'll walk
of
in
business,
there with audience.
serving a few drinks for those who are waiting for a specific person to arrive in this trading session.
Alright. I will go up to him and slap the head down on the counter.
Okay.
As he slaps the head down, I ask him, I'm like, do you have somewhere I could take like a bath or something?
It rained all night. Anyway, yeah, sure. You can have something arranged. One of the nicer room. Maybe just make you pay for an hour.
All right.
Just how about 2 copper for a good bath?
That sounds fine. That sounds fine.
All right.
Wait, the only copper I have is the old gold.
Are you gonna try and give 1,500-year-old money, or are you gonna ask someone else to give money? Ask George.
No, I'll try to give it to him. See what happens.
Oh goodness, he doesn't even notice. He just
All right,
takes the
good.
money.
Good. I go to take a shower
That's
while
really-
they figure out our
Really
pay.
Well, that's what happened when you roll natural 1. It's copper. Oh, good. All right, so you pick the rest of whatever you had inside of your hair, down your pants. Oh goodness, that's part of the large intestine. That wasn't my pants. Good lord.
It's not my skin.
Oh, it detaches. Just takes a few minutes while audience is clearing things up.
Okay.
So, okay. Is that the creature that was hunting us?
Yes. It was. There were 5 of them, but we killed all of them. You guys should be good.
Okay. Well, the color does match a little what the feathers we found in the field, so I mean, I don't have any reason to doubt that you actually did this.
With that particular note, Raimi is going to minor illusion an eyeball. The image of an eyeball, not an actual eyeball. That'd be gross. Even though he's definitely seen one.
Yeah, but still, he sees a floating eyeball, even in the illusion. It's sort of a bit confused. You looking for something?
Because like repeats in the man's voice, like similar to what we found.
Oh,
And then points to the eyeball again, and then points to himself.
you want to see? You want to know if I've seen more of you?
Shakes his head. Like pulls out one of the feathers that he collected.
Oh, well, actually, I don't know. I'm not sure. We've never been able to put a quantity of how many of them there were.
Randy pulls out 2 feathers and kind of like does like an in and out motion.
Oh, you want to compare?
Raimi nods.
Oh, okay. Give me a moment. Goes in the back and comes out after a few moments. Here. Shows you a feather. Looks similar. Same shades of blues and red.
Would Raimi be able to do a thorough investigation just to see if, like, that they actually seem like they came from the same species?
Yeah, I think that would be either nature or investigation.
Gee, I wonder which one I'm gonna pick. That'll be 23. And if it helps, he's pulling out a magnifying glass. He has one.
You say it's most likely the same species. Maybe not the same individual, but same species. Yeah.
All right, Raimi just wanted to make sure.
That's good. All right. Well, I have to admit I've never hired anyone to do something like this, so I guess that's it. And if they come back, we call you again because it's not finished. Does that work?
Yeah.
All right. The person we talked to when they tried to set this meeting between you and us, compensation has been sent to them, so I'm sure they're gonna handle this in some way.
Okay. Cool.
Well, thank you very much, and hopefully things will go back to normal, and we don't have to always make sure everyone is safe at night, and it's always a problem when you have to leave a little bit of your livestock outside and someone absolutely needs to watch over them all night long. Usually sheep aren't that good at climbing walls, but when they're being hunted by something that flies...
Speaking of sheep, all 5 of our sheep are still alive. Do you want to buy them back at a gold apiece?
Yeah, okay.
Alright, cool. Is everyone fine with that? No one grew attachment to the sheep.
No, I'm walking down the stairs, drying my hair off.
I'm supposed to be talking to Jorg.
Oh,
Not
what did
really.
you say? Sorry.
Just like Raimi even turned his head toward Jorg at that comment.
Oh, you're fine that I'm selling the sheep back for a gold apiece. You don't
Oh,
care
yeah.
about.
No,
Okay.
that's what I expected.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So, yep. We'll sell the sheep back so we don't have to deal with 5 sheep.
Mm-hmm.
They're good sheep. Sure you don't want to
Yeah.
keep them?
I mean, we would probably just eat them.
Yeah. I'm not above
Jerky?
eating some sheep.
Maybe we could keep one and make some jerky for rations. How much rations can we get out of a sheep?
We could probably get a lot.
Probably,
But-
yeah.
Like, I don't know. There's a lot of sheep to lug around.
Well, it's,
I mean, just one.
it's really your decision. I mean, you already purchased them. If you want to keep one, you can. Otherwise,
All right,
sure,
no.
I'm gonna buy them all.
I don't. Please don't
All right.
make us sheep.
Yeah, I'm not negotiating for sheep. I'm gonna wait in the cart for you guys, and continue drawing our logo. See ya.
All right. So, you shake hand, you exchange money. Audience, you receive 5 gold because you're selling each sheep 1 gold.
I'll give the 5 gold to Jorg because he was the one who bought them.
Thank you.
So, George, you get 5 gold back.
Nice.
You did buy them at 2 gold, so.
You got half his money back.
No, I'll for them letting us risk their livelihood.
Okay.
Do it.
All right. So,
Hazard pay.
Especially after getting conned by audience.
What? When did I call anybody?
You were conning them about licking Fisher.
Oh, I mean, that's just the truth. Has anyone licked Fisher, by the way? They owe me 6 silver.
No, he's hiding in the cart.
and he's not there, so he can't defend himself.
I just went back to go check on him.
All right, all right. You go back.
There's a lot of children.
You see them all huddled up in front of the door of the barn. They're looking inside. You hear them. Oh, smells good. Mommy, they're making candy in there.
Kids, don't let your souls fall to the god of temptation, or you'll have to pay 6 silver.
Well,
or your souls will be forever damned.
you know one person who could play the role of the priestess of temptation.
Oh, she probably would too. That she would probably agree to.
And
Right.
so you all gather to near the cart. But she would probably. She doesn't hurt people. She just tempts them. You all gather at the cart, prepare to move in. Jorg, satisfied with giving back the sheep, getting part of your money back, you sit in the cart also. And I was about to say, Tobiyashi, just as everyone is
Come here.
preparing to move the cart, you do realize that your pendant is not on you right now.
Oh, shit. Right before we're about to move, I'm like, wait. Something's wrong. I need to look for something. Give me like 20 minutes. I guess I'm gonna start investigating to look for it.
Well, I feel like this is the perfect moment to end the stream was when you said, wait, there's something we have to do.
Okay, sounds good.
So, like I said, this is where we're going to end tonight's episode, as we already have our Warforge, who is in standby mode, tempting kids, and our Druid, who needs to sleep a little bit, otherwise... I'm not sure what you... Are you working or it's school tomorrow?
I'm working 7:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m.
And I was gonna say it's important to sleep. That way he doesn't kill anyone while he works. But I don't know what you do. So maybe
I change tires, so I wouldn't kill them while I work. I'd kill them after I work.
Yeah, once they leave.
Yep.
So if you live near, if you've ever seen Jorg in person, and his name is not Jorg, don't worry about it. It's a good thing he sleeps because he might be changing your tire. So, believe me, I saw once a car drive with one tire going a different way. It's better he sleeps. I promise. So, thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you had a pleasant evening. I hope you will be there next week, next Wednesday, or Friday if you're watching this on the rebroadcast. And like I said, I'm currently watching not currently, but anyway, presently watching a tutorial for alarms. So, next episode, maybe we'll even get a notification if someone follows, because we've been getting follows while we're not on the air. Well, I do appreciate them a lot. If we're gonna get alarms when someone follows, it's more fun if you do it while we're playing. But anyway, and as always, if you enjoyed the show, you can support the stream by following us on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. You can also support the stream by making a donation, becoming a Patreon, subscribing, all things that I appreciate very much, because I tried not eating, period, and apparently only camels can do that. Humans can't. So, eventually I do need to eat, even if I doesn't show. And if you can't do any of those, well, simply spreading the word about our channel can help a whole lot. And following us. Just make sure that the message has been... Alright, so as always, stay safe and stay healthy. Good night.
Hi.
Danny.